You have been deceived. They said that sexual energy was just pleasure, that masturbation was natural, and that pornography was just entertainment. But no one tells you that you are wasting the same creative force that moves the universe. Yes, what you feel inside has the power to generate life, and, if used well, it can manifest ideas, goals, defeats, and everything that seems impossible. The secret? It's not stopping, it's redirecting. It's learning to transform this impulse into mental clarity, sharp intuition, and strength to accomplish what previously seemed out of reach. It's not spiritualist talk or magical promises. It's ancient science hidden in the open. Want to know why everyday people are experiencing quantum leaps in success after applying this knowledge? Most people can't even imagine the treasure they are wasting every day. When someone consumes pornography and masturbates frequently, they are draining their own life force, the same energy that can create new life. This is not alternative guru talk, it is pure physics of the body and mind. What the creator of the universe placed in you is not just desire. It is fuel for creation, prosperity, and expansion. Using this just for momentary pleasure is like exchanging gold for crumbs. What if, instead of emptying that energy, you decide to accumulate it and channel it? Artists, inventors, athletes, and even successful entrepreneurs have learned, consciously or intuitively, to transmute this power. It's like taking an electrical current and redirecting it to light up an entire city. Have you ever thought about using that same impulse to create a business, write a book, or transform your health? The peace that comes when you realize you have control is priceless. Imagine a young man who decided to stop addictions and began to save that energy. Not only did he start sleeping better, he had lingering ideas that led him to start a YouTube channel and start monetizing. The light that shone in his eyes wasn't just motivation, it was sexual energy transmuted into action. Napoleon Hill himself said, "This energy is the lever of great geniuses." And this leads us to something that few have realized until today. Napoleon Hill got right to the point when he said that the most successful men channeled their sexual energy into transferring their achievements. This may sound strange at first glance, but it makes perfect sense when you understand that this energy is one of the most powerful in existence. Instead of being wasted, it can be converted into courage, creativity, focus, and personal magnetism. Hill saw this as a hidden lever to attract prosperity, and whoever understands this secret is light years ahead. What many people spend on seconds of pleasure, wisdom turns into decades of results. The question is, what are you doing with your creative energy? Hill found findings from millionaires of the time and noticed a pattern. Everyone had control over their impulses and knew how to use them as a driving force. And this does not require special gifts. It just requires awareness, discipline, and direction. As the creator of the universe himself shows us in nature, well-channeled energy generates flowers, fruits, and abundant harvests. When you learn this, a new light begins to be born inside. If you want to start applying this, start with 2 simple steps. Read Who Thinks Gets Rich with Different Eyes, looking for what's between the lines, and keep a journal of your energy. Write down when you feel most inspired, when you feel drained, and what you were doing in those moments. This will show you invisible patterns. And when you see the invisible, you begin to manifest the impossible. The inner peace of those who master this art is the first sign that something great is about to come. Sexual energy, when well directed, becomes the silent fuel behind great projects, achievements, and out-of-the-box ideas. Many people think that success comes only from effort, but they ignore the invisible engine that pushes the gears. When someone chooses to hold this energy, they notice an explosion of clarity, creativity, and magnetism. It's as if the creator of the universe himself starts to breathe ideas straight into your ear. Suddenly, what seemed difficult begins to flow naturally. A content creator, for example, explained how stopping addictions made him have more focus, more ideas, and more financial return. He used this accumulated energy to create videos with more impact, more engagement, and more presence. Result: growth in the channel, new clients in coaching, and an activated sense of mission. This is true prosperity, when the energy you store begins to work for you. And the peace that this brings cannot be bought with money. The key here isn't just holding the energy, it's knowing where to direct it. It's like controlling a dam. If you don't open a behavior in the right place, it overflows without purpose. Now imagine this energy being channeled into creative projects, writing a book, opening a business, or even serving with purpose. The light that comes from all of this illuminates not only you, but everyone around you. And guess what? This is just the beginning. If the world's greatest athletes avoid sex before a competition, it's not out of superstition, it's practical science. They understood that sexual energy is like a silent turbo in the body. By preserving this strength, they keep their focus, endurance, and mental presence at their peak. Boxers, football players, runners, everyone has heard, no release before the game. This energy comes from the creator of the universe, and when well stored, it becomes brutal power in movement. Within you an infinite source of light, prosperity and peace. Are you willing to apply this knowledge and change the direction of your Mike Tyson, for example, said he went weeks without sex before a fight, and this made him more aggressive and focused. Muhammad Ali also said that retaining increased his ability to dominate in the ring. Coincidence? None of that. This practice has been used for centuries, including in Eastern traditions such as Taoism. The peace that comes when you are not enslaved by desire is what allows you to go deeper into purpose. And that's worth much more than a night of pleasure. If you're not an athlete, but want to apply this to your everyday life, try starting in the morning. On days when I wake up with accumulated energy, use it in intense physical training, such as running, calisthenics, or martial arts. You'll feel a level of focus you may have never experienced before. The internal light will come on, and the body will respond with more strength and vitality. And then you begin to understand that the secret is not in the desire, but not in what you do with it. Sex is not just physical, it is an exchange of energy, and this needs to be treated responsibly. Those who get involved randomly, without emotional or spiritual connection, often end up feeling more empty than fulfilled. It's as if something has been ripped away, not from the body, but from the soul. Sexual energy, when used with intention, can generate peace, healing, unity, and even spiritual awakening. After all, the creator of the universe did not give us this gift for us to use anyway. When the connection is real, the energy generated between two beings increases. There is no waste, there is a fusion of purposes. It's like putting two candles together to light a fire. A light is born that illuminates much more than the pleasure of the moment. And that doesn't mean never having sex again, but doing it consciously. Choosing carefully with whom you share this strength is one of the greatest signs of wisdom and spiritual maturity. Anyone who wants to apply this can start with something simple, temporary celibacy. There is no need to change, monk, 30 days without sexual involvement and focusing on self-knowledge are enough. During this time, immerse yourself in meditation, good reading, such as The Path of Love, by Osho, and observe how your energy transforms. You will realize that prosperity does not only come in the form of money, but in mental peace, vitality, and heightened intuition. And when that happens, you start to feel something different creeping up your spine. Transmuting sexual energy is transforming raw desire into creativity, focus, and personal power. A practical technique. Visualize this energy rising up your spine, like a golden chain of light, to the top of your head. When you do this during meditation or in a cold shower, you begin to feel a creative heat within you. Many artists, musicians, and inventors have already done this intuitively. Without knowing it, they have accessed one of the keys to prosperity. It's like catching fire and using it to ignite ideas, not to burn opportunities. Anyone who writes, paints, records videos, leads teams, or needs constant creativity should try this practice for at least 7 days. Use the energy that would come from sexual desire to write a song, start a project, create content, or plan your life. Instead of releasing, you redirect. Light begins to manifest itself in different ways. In the look, in the voice, in attitudes. And, little by little, you become someone magnetic, who naturally attracts respect, connection, and opportunities. To make it easier, write down everything you see during these moments of practice. Ideas, sensations, desires, dreams. You will notice that you are more responsive, more motivated, and with a passion that is difficult to explain. This is the energy of the creator of the universe expressing itself through you, without noise, without blockage. The peace that comes from this clearing is one of the greatest victories you can feel. And over time, something even more powerful begins to happen emotionally. When sexual energy begins to be transmuted consistently, emotional energy enters a new level. Emotions become more intense, not in a chaotic sense, but in a refined sense, as if you see the world through new lenses. You feel more, you perceive more, you connect more. Sensitivity expands and, along with it, intuition begins to give clear signals. The Creator of the universe made us with spiritual sensors, but excess stimulation and empty pleasure dulls all of this. A person who learns to master this energy notices that, instead of impulsive reactions, they begin to act wisely. It's not about repressing emotion, but about polishing it. When anger strikes, she watches. When fear comes, she investigates. It is a new level of consciousness, where inner peace becomes your guide, and not the chaos of loose feelings. This is the point where the emotional light comes on and you begin to have control over your presence in the environment. For those who want to apply this, practice active listening, heart-focused meditation, and emotional writing. Ask yourself, what am I really thinking right now? And, is this emotion mine or absorbed by someone else? These small practices increase your subtle awareness. And the more you confirm what you feel, the more you age with clarity. This type of awareness brings prosperity in all areas. In relationships, in decisions, and even in investments. And this is where the magic of manifestation starts to make sense. Now that you understand the hidden power of sexual energy and how it can be transmuted to manifest your deepest desires, tell me, how much longer will you continue wasting your creative strength on momentary pleasure? Why remain trapped in cycles of guilt, stagnation, and emptiness, when the Creator of the universe has placed life from today? Are you ready to take control of your energy and become the protagonist of your own transformation? So comment below, what else caught your attention in this content? And of course, leave a like, subscribe to the channel and activate the bell to continue receiving content like this, which really liberates, awakens and illuminates the path.